Hola clase, today we're going to learn about verb conjugations, but first we're going to start with infinitive. In English, there's only one infinitive. For example, we say to play, to give, to be, to eat, to try. So all the verbs with to in front are our infinitives. In Espanol, there are 3 infinitives. But today, we're just going to focus on the verbs that end in AR. But there are 2 more, ER and IR verbs. So, what is to conjugate a verb? To conjugate a verb is to change the verb or the ending for the subject doing the action. For example, in English, let's take the verb to walk. To walk is the infinitive, and we say, I walk, you walk, he, she, it walks, we walk, y'all walk, and they walk. So for the third person singular, we just add a little s. That's all we do. So the rest of the time we have to specify who is doing the walking, or else we won't know. We, you all, they, Maria, whomever. But what if we all had our own ending? What if it was I walko, you walk us, he, she, it walka, we walkamos, y'all walk on, or ice, and they walk on. That sounds really strange, but that's how it is in Spanish. Everybody has their own designated ending, so you definitely don't always have to specify who's doing the action, because the verb ending tells you who is doing the action. So these are the endings for AR verbs in Spanish. They're o, as, a, amos, ais, an. And you just have to memorize this the best you can. There's songs out there, you can do a rap, whatever it takes to put this information in your brain. O, as, a, amos, ais, an. So you can see for the top 4, it's really redundant if you say yo, or tú, or nosotros, or vosotros. You don't need it because this O is screaming at the world, I am doing the action. And this amos is screaming, we are doing the action. So it's really not necessary to clarify. But down here you can, because they share the same endings and they're duplicates. Remember, usted is you formal, and it just happens to share the same ending with he and she, and same with usted and ellos and ellas. So let's look at the verb to walk in Spanish. This is the verb caminar. It's in the infinitive, and what you want to do is take off the AR verb ending, and you have the root, and then you take the root and you apply the formula for the different person or subject doing the walking. So for the yo form, it's an O. Camino is I walk. Caminas, you walk. Camina, you formal walks. En él, ella camina, he or she walks. Nosotros caminamos. Vosotros camináis. Ustedes caminan. And ellos and ellas caminan. So notice down here you do want to clarify because they are the same. Otro ejemplo. To talk is hablar. Step 1, you take off the AR verb ending and then you add the formula. Hablo, hablas, habla, hablamos, habláis, and hablan. Otro ejemplo. Estudiar. There are 3 translations. Yo estudio could be translated to English as I study, I do study, or I am studying. So this one little word, estudio, could mean all of those. So the same goes for the whole verb conjugated. Estudiamos is we study, we do study, or we are studying. Estudian could mean they study, they do study, or they are studying. If someone asks you a question, they can just say, ¿Estudias español? Do you study Spanish? And you would answer, sí, estudio español. They don't have to say the tú because we already know with this S, it's referring to you. If you want to say, no, I don't study Spanish, you would say no to answer the question and then put no right in front of the conjugated verb. It's like, no, I know study Spanish. There's no way to say don't. So, no estudio español. Here are the AR verbs in this chapter. Remember to use your strategies. Try to link to prior knowledge. For example, cantar. Well, it doesn't look like to sing, but it looks like to chant. Or use a mnemonic device like a song or a poem or something. Also, you want to say them out loud. Act them out. That'll help. Or teach them to someone else. These are strategies to help your brain learn the language. So let's test this theory. Yo caminar. Well, that doesn't make sense. I to walk. So first, we look at the yo as the subject, and then we consult our chart, which you're going to have to memorize. For the first person, singular I, it's an O. So then you take off the AR, and it's yo camino todos los días. So I walk every day. The next one, María y Julio bailar. So how do you say they dance? You would replace María y Julio with ellos. Hopefully you know that it would be they. And then you consult your chart. It's third person plural, which is an AN, and then you plug it in. Ellos bailan. They dance, they are dancing, or they do dance. Otro ejemplo, el hombre buscar algo. So he's looking for something. El hombre, you would replace the man with, hopefully you know, it would be él, and that has an A. So el hombre busca algo. Otro ejemplo, Bárbara y yo, hablar y tomar. So, we're doing two things. Barbara and I, hopefully you know it would be first person plural because anybody and I becomes we, and it's AMOS. Nosotras, because we're both girls, so we girls, nosotras hablamos italiano y tomamos un café. What does that say? We're speaking Italian, and we're drinking a coffee. Now you try. Pause the presentation, and I'll give you the answers on the next slide. Okay, you should have had Lucia turns into ella, and it's an A, so canta una canción. Compras tú en el supermercado? That's just, do you buy in the shop or the supermarket? And the third one, Jorge y Raúl descansan. Hopefully you know that would be third person plural. They or ellos descansan. Two more ejemplos. These are a little more complicated. You can pause the presentation. And remember, they're more than one person, so they're going to be on the right side of the chart. Hopefully you had ustedes dibujan bien. So for anybody and you on this side of the planet, we're going to use ustedes as the standard way to say you all. But note, in Spain, this would be vosotros dibujáis. The next one, Rafaela y yo escuchamos la música. Rafaela y yo becomes nosotros, and anybody and I becomes we. I hope this helps. Buena suerte.